Hey everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles. Welcome, glad you're here. So it's official, first Christmas project of 2025. Some years I'm already making Christmas projects in August, but here it is near the end of October and we have a Christmas project. So I'm thinking this is, well, it can be a standalone item, but I'm planning to put this in my Christmas journal. So you can open it this way, have a beautiful tree, but then it also opens this way. Aren't they precious? And then I made this fun stacked pocket. Okay, and here's Santa. So this is also my first and my newest for this year digital Christmas kit. So it's a printable, and I think it turned out just precious. I'm going to show it to you real quick, and then I'm going to show you how to make one of these. So again, imagine this. I don't have one of my journals here, but installed on a journal page, and I might even leave a text spot here, and you get to this page and it opens like this. And if you wanted to, you could make this journaling space. So what a cutie. I love it. I love anything that flips and interacts and opens up. So let me show you real quick. And this kit I have named Holiday Cheer. And there are 10 journal pages that are, double. So there's this one with a cute little bulldog puppy. Now this one has this little fella and this pretty lady, but I don't know if you can tell the scale is different because she's also on a tag. So, but I did use him from this page, but I'll show you all that. Snowman and a Christmas tree. So these are going to be, you can chop them up, do whatever, or fold them in half for journal pages. Santa and Mrs. Claus, and again, they're on some large tags as well. Sweet fluffy puppy. Some presents. Look at that kitten. Love it. And a train, which I wanted the whole train, but I think it'll still look really cool in a journal, on a journal page. A beautifully decorated door, of course, a reindeer and some presents. And then this one, I thought you could use more like a more neutral or a backing paper, but I did add some backing papers as well. So that's 10. The kit is 20 pages total. So here are some lovely tags with some of those images. There's our little elf. He's just too tiny there for what I wanted to do. The snowman. And then I did this page, a skinny tag, and then these are a little bit larger with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Some cute little ephemera pieces on squares. And then this is just a page of holiday and Christmas words. I love this one, Holiday Magic. And again, you can print these at different sizes. And then 2 pages of fussy cuts. Aren't they precious? I think they're so cute. I love that snowflake. And then some background pages. So there's 2 different shades of green. I don't know if you can see the difference. 2 different shades of red. And then kind of a tealy blue, which I thought coordinated well with these particular papers. So that's it, Holiday Cheer. And it's in my Etsy shop. There's also the print and ship option if that's of interest to you. And it will be linked in the description for you below. So have fun with that one. And I'm probably going to make a big journal out of this kit, so stay tuned, and fun ephemera to coordinate. So if that's something you're interested in, those videos will be coming. And this is, of course, the first one in a series. So, all right, Holiday Cheer. So I have pre-cut some of my papers, not all of them, but what you need to make the base of your paper, I've already folded this one in half, and I will put the measurements and the, well, we're not going to score, actually. We're going to fold. So I will put the measurements for you. So what you need is a piece of paper. And again, use any paper that you have and that you want. It doesn't have to be this paper to make this item. You can decorate it with any papers you like. 10.5 inches by 6.5. All right. And I did not print on both sides. You could. And if you print on both sides, you could do a neutral, and that could just be journaling space, or you could do a pretty image. I just glued another piece of paper to it because I didn't print on both sides. Okay, so fold your paper on that 10.5-inch side in half. All right. And then I'm going to add a touch of ink. All we're going to do, instead of scoring, just make this super easy, is we are going to fold each end right up to that score line. Okay. And I don't think I went over. Oh wait, I don't need to do that one. What was I thinking? Okay. Only do one end. Don't do two ends. There we go. There's your fold. So fold it in half and then take one end and fold it right up to your score line. Then when you have it with the color side up, fold it in half and then back over to the right. And it will open like this. Okay? I was getting all excited about just folding paper in half. Now, I'm going to add ink. And again, depending on what I put here, that may also help, you know, cover this up. I haven't decided yet on this one what I'm going to put on this side. I'm going to go ahead and ink. You may see this one, so I'll add some ink. I am using my walnut stain, and I printed mine on just regular 90-pound Nina cardstock. It's kind of my lightweight cardstock that I use for most projects. And it works for me. All right. When I find when I print solids, you know, or these aren't quite solid, they have some texture and stuff to them. But when I print these, that white core seems to stand out a lot. So I definitely like to ink. Now the next piece of paper you're going to need will measure 6 1/4 inches by 5 inches, because I just want this to layer in here just like that. All right, so then we're going to have some contrast with the red and the green. And I tried to go a little vintagey with the colors, so these aren't, you know, your bright, like Kelly green or your bright reds. So know that, you know, if this is a kit you're interested in. I think this project, like I said, could be, well, it doesn't even have to be for Christmas, but will be great with like my Santa and Friends kit. It would be a cute one if you already have that kit. Scrapbook paper, all kinds of fun things. All kinds of fun things you can do with this. Anything you have on hand. Okay. Cute. All right. Now, I have already cut one piece that's going to layer right here or on these. I have not cut the next one, so just wanted to show you how I did that. I'm going to do the elf again. And these strips measure 2.5 by like 6 1/8. So all I do, if it's not like one of the tags already, is if I pick an image from one of the pages, is... kind of look at him. I think I'm pretty sure I have to come pretty close to his elbow, but I just get it approximate. And then I said it was 2 1/4, and I'm just going to see his little elbow will already get cut off. So I'm going to just go a smidge to that side of the elbow until I get it about where I want it, 2 1/4. That's pretty close. One elbow got chopped just a touch. And then I'm going to come that right there. And then what did I say for this layer? Oh my goodness, 6 1/8. Goodness. All right, 6 1/8. So let me write that down. 2 1/4 by 6 1/8. Just so you know, whatever your layering piece, you know, if you're making one exactly this size. Okay. So I already cut little puppy. same way, out of one of the journal pages, and then I'm going to decide which one I want to be on the front. Do I want little elf or do I want little puppy? I think I'm going to put elf and put puppy here. So all I did was ink around these, and then I'm going to grab that page of holiday words, and we'll see if I can pick one out, at least to go on the front. And again, like with so many things when you're paper crafting, you can embellish as much or as little as you like. Thank you guys for joining me today and choosing to spend a few minutes. I appreciate it. I know there's lots of things you could be watching. So thank you. If you are enjoying the video and my channel, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know you're there. Tell me if you like it, what you think of the new papers. I had a little misprint, and so I didn't worry about it because I knew I was going to glue these down. It didn't print correctly. All right. When I'm first working with a new kit, sometimes I have to try different things to see how I want to print and what I want to do with it. So cuteness. All right, I'm going to think about this panel for a minute while we go to the next thing. Let's see. I have from the full kit that I showed you guys another set of the words, but let's use this Christmas right here and see what it looks like at the top. My other one, I had a little section at the bottom of the lady's feet, and with him, it looks like my little label would probably do better at the top. We'll see what we think once I get it cut out. I have a bunch of the fussy cuts and tags and stuff cut out, but I wasn't sure which words. Oh yeah, that's cute. I love the shape of it too. Isn't that fun? And not hard to cut out either. So there you go. All right, here we go. Dip. Whoa. Well, now I have glue everywhere. And it happens. Fumble fingers. There we go. Just let it dry and it'll be okay. Very sweet. All right, now let me show you how I did the stacked pockets. I went ahead and cut 2 rectangles, and then I added from one of the pages, I just kind of cut part of one of the edges of the tree out and stuck it on here because I thought it looked good like that. So let me remind you. Here, I just put that little tree there, just to give it a little extra. I'll show you what it looks like without it, and then maybe you can decide what you think. All right. I am going to, okay, so these, and I'll put these in there for you too. These measure the pockets 1.5 by 4 3/4, and then 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right, so I'm going to put the large one down first. Just glue on 3 sides. And this allows us to put a nice large tag. I'm going to bring it all the way to the bottom. If you want to leave a border, you can, but I already know the size tag I'm putting in here. I need the whole height or as much of it as I can get. And then we're going to lay the next one down on top at the bottom. On top of it at the bottom. 3 sides glue, and then I'm just going to put it right here. All right. Now, to get that funky little tree, it's this page from that we took the elf from. And here, I'm going to go ahead first and just do my cut around the tree. Okay, and then I'm gonna chop it in like that because I just want that half of it, if that makes sense. But again, this is optional and you can use any image. It's another way to just kind of see the paper and pick, you know, pick images to use. Okay, so this is what it would look like. And of course we could put words and we could stuff it, but with this, we get this look, and that I think is pretty. So I'm gonna glue this down. Now, the way I'm gonna glue this, because I don't wanna lose the space in my pocket, one thing I'm gonna do is look at it. Does it look better? Like, yeah, definitely just to the green. And leave that little red border, I think. That looks strange. Okay, so just glue along the two straight sides. I'm not going to put any glue through there because I want to leave the room in my little pockets. And that'll make a little more sense when we go to put something in the pockets. Okay. So right to the green. Really pretty. I love that tree. Okay. Fun. Now, I've already, because when I made Santa, I went ahead and made Mrs. Claus. And this is just the page of the tag, you know, of the 3 tags and squares. This one, she measures right at 3.5 inches by 5 3/4. And then I just laid it on some of the green solid paper, and see, she fits in there perfectly. Okay, now I want to pick one of these words to be a little kind of skinny pocket right here, which is what I did here. I extended it a little too with just a little piece of cardstock, so we can put some of our fussy cuts. And then this one, we can put some tags, and then we have Mrs. Claus in the back. So, trying to see which one. I'm going to try this Santa. And I might switch and put Santa in this one. Not that it matters. And Mrs. Claus in the other one. But, you know, Mrs. Claus should get a bunch of credit, too. Because, you know, there is no way Santa, all these years, has accomplished everything he has without Mrs. Claus. Okay. There we go. Let me just cut this one out. And I think it's going to look really pretty right there. And then I'm going to leave it open at the top to be a tiny pocket. So hold it on the side you want to leave open. I'm just going to do glue on those 3 sides. I'm going to put it about right there. Try to get it straight. Cute. All right, so here's some of the fussies. Isn't that pretty? I can't wait to use that on something. Okay, this little cookie would be cute. And maybe an ornament. And this one's kind of tiny. Oh, you know what? I think if I did this right, if I hadn't put glue right there. There we go. We can put that little cup of hot cocoa. Tuck it right behind there. So just be careful when you're putting those down. I should have just left that open, but luckily I hadn't put much glue and it worked. Okay, so you can put some of the fussies in there if you want to, which I just think make it look really cute. And then I have some of the tags. So let's pick, I'm not gonna use him because let's do the snowman. And I'm going to put a piece of ribbon on there. How about, should we do the kitty cat since we have the puppy? Ooh, there's a gingerbread man. He's so cute. All right, I definitely had fun with this one. I hope you guys like it. All right, a snowman and a kitty cat. And I'm just going to use some of my seam binding ribbon. I have there, and there's still a few. In fact, I added a few more. I had set quite a bit aside for me, and I decided to put a few more in my shop of the holiday colors. So right now, when I'm recording this, I think there's 14 available. So anyway, if you want one, I don't know that I'm going to have time to make any more of these colors. Just, I know everything I have going on. So if you want some, make sure you go grab it. I have some dyed that are different colors that I haven't put in the shop yet, but I think I only have enough for maybe 4 or 5 sets of the newer one. And I will try to get to dyeing ribbon, but we'll just see. We'll just see how the rest of the fall and the holiday season unfolds. All right, cuteness abounds. I'm gonna do the kitty so we see her face. Ha! I love it. I'm so easily pleased, aren't I? There we go. And again, I think it's going to look great when we get to that page. Now, we can do what I did on my prototype, and we can pick a page and just cut it to this size. Or we can turn this into journaling space. Again, the possibilities are endless. I think what I'm going to do this time, I think I am going to, let me just grab a piece of paper that I didn't bring over there. I'll be right back, I promise. I think this kind of tan paper that I have, let's see where I put it. Here it is. The package just tore apart. Oh no. Okay. So we just put it right there. Okay. When I say the package tore apart, I'm not kidding. I was thinking this color, you know, I think it'll look okay for journaling space. So I am going to cut. Now I could cut a 6 1/4 by 5 inch square and then just fold it in half. I think I'm going to cut, no, I'm going to do that, even though I just inked that. It's okay. We're going to do, I'm going to do just the tiniest smidge less to make it easy to glue. I said 6 1/4 by 5. And this is just to line this right here. And it left a little bit of a white border, which I'm okay with. I'll add a little more ink probably. And then it should, this is just copy weight, paper weight, and like just regular, you know, printer, computer paper. But it just happens to be this color. And I got a ream of it years ago, years now, at the craft consignment store. I mean, I couldn't resist, and I still have a lot of it left, even though I've used quite a bit. And I may, just for fun, because you can kind of see where I inked through it anyway, let's just do that. Why not? You can write right over it, or you can have like two places to write. Okay, I love it. We could, you know, add decoration. If we want to, we could put a little, let's put this little gingerbread man down there because he's so cute. Okay. Oh, and we could have used one of our squares. You know, we could do all kinds of things. But anyway, I hope you like it. I think there's a lot of potential with this kit. I think these are going to make some wonderful pages in my journal once I make my journal. And again, we can always do a ribbon and tie this closed on the, when we install it. probably do one little Velcro dot. I think this would be fine for it to open. So we'll decide though when we put them on the page. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you like it. Don't forget, drop me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. If you can hype, please hype if you're still here and listening. Okay, thanks everyone. Until next time, have a great day.